Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Emmanuel Agbogun say make Edo people stop to dey buy cement for now for Edo State. Make I leave you, make you hear from Emmanuel Agbogun, make you for know the reason why he say make everybody for Edo State stop to dey buy cement. Enjoy the video.
Yes. A wonderful good afternoon to you all, my conscious Edo people. I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist, comrade Agbogun Emmanuel. I want to firstly, before appealing for viewers out there to share this broadcast, I want to first and foremost thank black-skinned Africans, black-skinned Nigerians who, in their wisdom, thought it wise to create consciousness in the minds of these colonial masters that have still not, made up their mind to let us go. I also want to thank them for coming out en masse in their numbers to shout at, if it's an imposter, I don't know. If it's a president, I really do not know. Because as of today, with what we are seeing going on in Nigeria economically, we do not believe that a Buhari that preaches more about price control in 1983 and 1985 will be the one, allowing for reckless increment of commodities, economic commodities, consumable commodities, as the case may be. The truth be said, since we had Buhari as our president, we have really not gotten a single hospital that is running effectively, despite the fact that he has health challenges. No single hospital is running effectively in this country. Not just one that you can beat your chest to say that, we have a sort of medical infrastructure in our state called Nigeria. Not one in Nigeria as I speak to you. My conscious Edolites, you people must stop buying cement. You must stop buying cement for now. You must stop buying cement for now. If it were to be in a state where alternative was possible to the issue of petrol, we would have also told our people not to buy petrol, but how do we move? So for the commodity of cement, there is an alternative that we can stay without building a house for the now. The money, bank it, fixed deposit in a bank that will yield profit for you. American banks, European banks, if you fixed deposit money, it hits more profit here than in Nigerian banks. So keep that money. It can even buy you more cement at the end of these 60 days we are appealing for you. From next week, we'll be going around to observe if there is full compliance. We'll be going around to observe if there is full compliance. And by the time we notice that there are full compliance, we'll begin to tell you on other measures we are going to adopt. Because there's a 14-day ultimatum, do not forget. Later hours of today, I will also put out my communique in regards to the protest that has been submitted to the Edo State government, and I think copies also from DHL has already gone to the office of the president. The truth be said, we are being taken for granted, particularly those of us who are elites, particularly those of us who are conscious of the rights that are given to us by God, not even the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the rights that are given to us by God, that all men are equal in the sight of God. Whether you are the commander-in-chief, whether you are the commissioner of police, all men are equal. I do not see a reason why government and these economic gladiators that we have in this country, these capitalists and their political associates in government, I don't see a reason why they will continue to make life unbearable for the Nigerian people, despite the fact that we have also let go of our common patrimony in their dinner pots. I do not see a reason why they should not allow us as a people to coexist. Having said that, those Nigerians in UK today who came out to protest and to shout to the European government, to the British government, that Buhari is a dead man, I must applaud you. I must tell you that your path are on the right channel. You saw when we came out peacefully to protest, to come out to say that those things that we do not feel is right in our society should not be done. You saw the reaction of the security agencies, both the DSS, both the police, both even state organs, the local vigilante, that's to tell you that these people are working in the same accord. So my people, we have a lot to do. But before we engage the process, we must not agree to follow by the process. Very soon now, for those people that will be on my platform, if you are not supporting what will aid us as a people to manage the business of governance, government in any society is a three chain. You have the law itself, you have the political actors, and you have the masses. This three chain, when it's not being respected as it ought to be, there's a high level of injustice. Today you see corrupt leaders, when they are going to court, they carry clutches, they carry buckets, all form of deceitful act to show that they are sick. But immediately they are granted bail, they go back to their full life as if nothing has happened. We live in a country where stealing, where misappropriation of public money is not seen as the order of the day. So if you are not supporting that ideology, the truth be said, you all know I am a supporter of the APC. I am a member of the President Muhammad Buhari's party because I supported a candidate that I believe, while in government, we can always manage the activities of governance to enhance the living standard of our people. I have had series of engagement and discussions, and I have the belief that if we do things right, Edo State will be a better place for all of us. So anybody who think that because I'm a member of Buhari's party or because I share the same ideology with APC, when it has to do with our local politics, that person might be thinking from a wrong perspective, because as a conscious mind in our society, as an advocate for good governance, we have the belief that you must belong to the political process. We must belong to the working process. So if we are not in the working process, then there's a problem. As a member of my party, the ability for me to be in this party and telling the truth is the reason why I'm myself. I cannot say because I'm in the party, I should not say what is obvious. Today we don't have electricity, despite the fact that billions of naira have been given to these distribution companies as a form of grant for them to improve on their services. We have still not seen any single improvement. In fact, the light every day is deteriorating. Talking about the fact of security, we all know the situation. Talking about the fact of even food commodity. Today, a sachet of pure water is selling for 20 naira. Please let me have this pure water so that people will understand what I'm saying. A sachet of this pure water is costing for 20 naira. Look at it. Look at it. A sachet of these things in Nigeria is not 20 naira. What used to sell for, what is still selling in the north for with them there for 5 naira? They are selling it for us here in Edo State here for 20 naira now a sachet. Is this what we voted for? Is this the change slogan that we all came with? What is happening? So my conscious Edo people, I want to rightly say that we as a people, we as a state, whether you are from Edo North, whether you are from Edo Central, whether you are from Edo South, we are all black skinned. We are all aboriginal people of our ancestral homes where we come from. So the truth be said, a commodity that is favoring us to create infrastructure development by ourselves, our people would work tirelessly to gather money to buy cement. They will be the one to fix the road that will create them access to the land where they want to develop. They will buy the land. They will buy the materials, the raw materials. They will build the house. In other countries like UK, where Buhari goes to treat himself now, where he currently is, they don't build houses. Citizens don't engage in building their private houses. The government have provided the needed infrastructure for people to live. Nigeria, with over how many trillion naira within the last 20 years, we cannot boast of any meaningful development in this part of the world. Do you know today in Edo State, they talk about mono refinery? The mono refinery that they are talking about, they have not kick-started it. They say it is near completion before the election. And that mono refinery that they are talking about, they say the cost of cement increments, some of them that have been reaching out to me is saying that it is because of the price of diesel is high. They run their generators on diesel. They transport their what's it called, finished product as cement on diesel. So because diesel has increased to 250, that is the same reason why they will increase cement over 100%. And I disagree with very many of them. Even if diesel has increased to 50 naira, by 50 naira or by 65 naira as the case may be, is that the reason why you will now skyrocket cement from 2,000 naira to 4,000? Is that the reason? So this chain of cabal in this cement business, these chains of cabal that will not allow truth, that will not allow Nigerians to enjoy. How can we be mining limestone in Okbela? How can we be mining limestone in Okbela and we are buying cement more expensive than people in Zaria? How can we be producing cement in Okbela and we are buying cement much more expensive than people that are in Zaria? So if it's the transportation, the distance between here to Zaria and the distance between Okbela to Benin City, why must we now narrow it down to the fact that we are saying fuel or petrol? So if you follow me, if you hear what is going on, you will see that people have just hijacked what they regulate what they want to sell. How can somebody who does not pay for water that he or she extracts from the ground, something that is natural, that is common to all of us, because of a cellophane bag that is not valued at 1 naira, you begin to put this water price at 20 naira per one, 3 for 15 naira, and you say people should not talk? So my conscious adult people, if you are with me, share this broadcast. We'll be throwing our lines open so that people can contribute. My brother Kelvin had just asked me a very serious question. What he is saying here is that, has any bad thing in Nigeria ever come to an end? Simeon, you are very correct. Every bad thing in Nigeria has never come to an end. The reason is this, is because we as a people, we are not united. If you ask me that question, I think I've given you the appropriate answer. When it comes to the issue of development, when it comes to issues that affect us as a people, we allow sentiments to be on the front burner, even when it is obvious and honest to all of us that what we are currently faced with is is the fact. You still see our people disassociate themselves from those issues, and that is not the way forward as a people. Has any bad thing ever come to an end? So the fact that it will not come to an end, that means people should not conscientize ourselves. That is why we are saying stop buying cement. If 100 trailers come into Edo State a day, and in 1 month they cannot sell 100 trailers, in 2 months they cannot sell 100 trailers, in 3 months they cannot sell 100 trailers, they will go back to their warehouse. And when other states in Nigeria see that what we are doing in Edo State can work, then they will follow suit. Then you will follow suit. So if you are joining me now, I think I'm also getting another question from Kelly Omo. Kelly Omo is saying that Emmanuel, do you support the idea of dividing Nigeria? Yes, I support the idea of dividing Nigeria back into regions. Even if you look at the culture, my mom is from Benue. Myself, I'm a Benin man. My father is a typical Isi man. And I know that growing up, my grandfather used to talk about the then Midwest region. My grandfather used to tell me stories about the Midwest region. Growing up, my grandmother told me very many things about regions in Nigeria. That was even far better than what was obtainable in the military. That if some of them had gotten the opportunity when they were still in the military, they would have not allowed such things to have happened. But it's because their mentality was not as vast as what it is, that is why we should go to school. Those are some of the reasons that motivated some of us. So that is it. So my conscious Edo people, our lines are open. Before we further the discussion, I told you my voice. That is why I'm not even, these days I don't sit down to talk. I stand to talk. But because of my voice, I have been trying to get some rest. So if you are with us, the lines to call in still remain 080-3364-1993. So I want to thank my brother also, Omo Kelly, for stopping his contractors who were working in his building from stopping work. Those are the kind of comments we want to see on our comment box. Tell them to stop work. If you are buying cement at 4,000 naira, it is just the highest level of foolishness. I must tell you the truth. And if you are a Benin man, if you are an Edo man, if you are buying cement, because why I say this? The crude oil they collect from us here in the south, everybody in Nigeria is using it at a unified price. Why can they also not regulate the price of cement? At 4,000 naira a bag of cement, what Dangote is using, the value of what Dangote is using to transport cement from a bag of cement from Epuma, from Opela and Bua cement to Benin City is 500 to 1,000 naira to transport a bag of cement in their lorry. That is what we are paying for it. And these are the same lorries that this same Dangote too has refused to pay people that he hired to come and work for them, that he wants to create 28,000 jobs in Nigerian economy. So if some of us begin to talk, you will be baffled. The people he hired to come and work for him, the videos on my wall, you saw them protesting the other day. They cannot even get the agreement that they went into. I told you earlier, please, no direct calls, just WhatsApp calls. But if you're calling direct, we'll take it as the first caller. Hello. Good evening, my brother. Your name and where you're calling from? Okay, you're welcome. How is Uniben and how is the environment? Hope students are not protesting over the fact that.
I was just really meditating on your recent process and how it all went. So I was making a follow up to via your Facebook live. My brother, I must confess, this is from my heart that to bring your. So many people are not seeing your effort. Many people are out there criticizing. Many people are not seeing what you are fighting for. We, the masses, are the ones suffering. The keeper of sand now is getting out of hand, and the government is not doing anything. I made mention of sand today to my pastor. I complained to him at the VOK. The governor is not saying anything about it. Now the increment of cement, a poor man now cannot even build a two-room apartment just to get a ship of sand in the country. I don't really know what the government is doing to the masses. I don't know why everyone are keeping quiet on this. This thing is eating me up.
So my brother, let me quickly tell you, I've heard what you said. Thank you for also following up. This is what we are saying. The truth is, we would also be opening a parliament where we'll be meeting to discuss further issues. But the truth is, we must first of all seek compliance. For you to win any struggle, those people that are affected must first of all believe that there is a process to resolve a problem. Like on this issue of cement, I don't see a reason why somebody who have suffered with his money will go and use 4,000 naira to buy a bag of cement and feel all is well. And the people that are buying this cement, they are the elite in our society. They are the ones that can stand up to say that let the system change and it will change. It is not those people that cannot make any impact. These are the areas where people don't understand. Those people that are buying this cement at 4,000, they are the ones that are supposed to change the narrative. But rather they feel because na so it be. After all, I get my money, make I do my thing, they go down. Then know that they shout. That is where we are today. That is why Nigeria is where Nigeria is. You see some people saying that because I did not support. Somebody called me. My brother, let me tell you something. Somebody called me and told me that because I did not support the candidate that he wanted me to support, thereby even if I'm talking about this cement, he feels that what I'm saying is right, so he will not support me because I did not support who he wanted to support. And I said, no, this is in democracy. You must understand the process. Everybody has the right to follow a candidate. I follow the candidate that if today is a governor, I can have access to him and tell him that, come, this thing you are doing is wrong. Why can't we adopt this? But the governor of the day, he doesn't even give room for interaction. He doesn't even in a governor that have ruled Edo State for 4 years and there's no town hall meeting where you invite stakeholders. The stakeholders in the business of governance in this state, we know who they are. Where you invite stakeholders, but you can travel to UK, you can travel to Lagos to hold town hall meetings and not in the state.
Me, I'm not a citizen. Sorry to cut you short, sir. Me, I'm not a citizen of Edo. Just that I was born and raised here in Edo State. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. Hope you are getting me here, sir.
Yes.
So I'm really showing concern. The people in Edo here, they are complaining. Look at the Welu Road. The both roads are linked to different spare parts. They are all suffering. So the governor is not showing any good results. I don't know. I'm confused here. Seriously.
There's no problem. It's not just the fault of the governor on this issue of cement. Both the governor, I think the best he can do is to ensure that he brings stakeholders together in this aspect. We have written a communique to him in 14 days. If there's no response, then that's why we are discussing the way forward. But for now, I don't want to begin to say the governor because I know his hands too are tied. But for the fact that he represents us in the state as the number one leader, the chief security officer of the state, he's supposed to take every complaint serious and attend to them adequately. That is why he's elected there. So not to represent his paymasters or his political friends, because we all know Dangote is his friend. So these are the issues. So there's no problem. Thank you for calling. Other persons are on the queue. We had a 5 minutes time on our broadcast. You're welcome. So that is it. You can see this person is a patriotic Nigerian. He's not an Edolite. He was born here. By the Nigerian constitution, you become an indigene of a place if you are born in that area. But because of our nativity, we have not been able to allow that concept to strive. That is why after living over 28 years of my life in Rivers State and Abuja, I had to come back home. And people ask me why. I said no. Things like that is because you can only be accepted in your place in this country we call Nigeria. It's so funny. It's so funny. So if you're watching us, the number to call still remains 08033641993. So if you're there with us, the number to call in still remains 08033641993. So what we are saying is we need to put all hands on deck to reduce the price of cement. Put all hands on deck to reduce the price of cement. Subsequently, we'll be rolling out sensitization also to ensure that we do not leave our market women. Even if we are not protesting, we also go all out to sensitize our people that they should stand firm, to join hands to say, government, stop this inflation that is currently ravaging us as a people. This hardship that is coming to us as a people, stop it. So particularly from now, we were discussing the issue of the way forward. Let me also at this moment use this medium to talk to my diasporan brothers. I know most of you are conscious because you live in an environment where you see things that work. Do you know that if Nigeria can have such infrastructure the way it is abroad, you don't have a reason to travel to that white man's country where you are going to work as a puppet that you cannot work here? And to those of you who are also doing great jobs, who are professionals in your various fields, remember, you owe the society you come from that helping hand to ensure that we do things right. So please, let us ensure that we do things right. Let us ensure that we do things right. President Muhammad Buhari, a president that cannot fix one hospital, a president that cannot do anything. A president that cannot do anything is the one coming out to say that past leaders should be held accountable for the damages. In 4 years, what are your achievements? Nothing to show. It is inflation price. Look at a bag of rice today. I once said that they have started with rice. Very soon it will move to other commodities. And it is gradually coming. I bet you if we don't revolt this, we are going to buy cement at 10,000 naira. Obviously, I have a house. I have a shelter over my head. I don't intend to build any because I don't have this overzealous life to own too many properties. If I wanted that, I would be singing political praises today and making money from the system. But I stand to have access to those things that I believe can make me impact in the process. So, my conscious Edo people, it's obvious the internet wave is weak. We will be coming up live again 9 p.m. where we'll be discussing. But I thank you for those of you who are out there listening. Please ensure you share this broadcast. Ensure you share this broadcast and ensure you also send it to your WhatsApp platform. So that is it. Before leaving you guys, I also want to thank you all for the fact that you all know that Buhari is in the UK and they are protesting. So if you are an Edolite and you are in Nigeria and you are watching me on this platform, please take the bull by the horn and come out to join other Nigerians to protest. Join other meaningful Nigerians to protest. Join other meaningful Nigerians to protest, I repeat. So once again, I remain no other person than your noble right activist. Continue to remain blessed and join me by 9 p.m. Nigerian time. For those of you who have shared the broadcast, I want to say thank you, but we're currently 50 watching, and I believe we should be sharing this broadcast. We should be sharing this broadcast as I speak.
Next segment.
So once again, no, you can call me from WhatsApp if you want to contribute. I've seen somebody saying he or she is trying to call me and she cannot reach me. You can call me on WhatsApp if the direct number is not going through, but my lines are open. So that will be all for now. Please, Omo Kelly, try to join me 9 p.m. 9 p.m. will be much better time for us to talk. So once again, stay blessed.
Abeg, help us share this video and let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Edo State. Make I leave you now with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.